Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going through all the top teams you can run today for King Croaker Dream On Boss. We're going to begin with a free-to-play team from Lazarus and Nick, only using twins as a Celestial Hypogean, Pink Twin on the right, Blue Twin on the left, Ludwig and Schmier on the Stellar Bond, Damon in front of Schmier, Thorn Soul Pacting Damon with the Aerostorm spell. So overall, these heroes you see here are all going to be top performers for the King Croaker boss. Every team will be using Thorin to tank those insta-kills from the boss. Twins, of course, have to be run for their great support value. And Schmier as a damage dealer in all of the teams, even the top teams. Apart from that, Ludovic is going to be a good endless damage dealer, as you guys know, and Damon, not bad either, and further to buff up the Schmier. All of these heroes are really good options. However, the top team of today is going to be using Aliceth, like I mentioned in my video yesterday, because she is really kind of dominating Endless Dream Realm, but it'll also be using Baelran. So, and there are some good teams with only Baelran as well that you should be competitive enough for you as well. Okay, so 20 seconds left. We're up to 226 billion damage. The top scores of today, well, actually, the top score I've seen posted, but I don't know what kind of crazy RNG that person hit, but was 274 billion. So that is the maximum potential, basically, of even the most pay-to-win team of today. And we got 243 billion with a free-to-play friendly team option, which is actually really good. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. We have a team from Samsara, with the Reinier. So it is a Reinier team. But Blue Twin on the right, Pink Twin on the left, Ludovic and Schmier on the Syllabon, Reinier in front of Schmier and Thorin Soul Pacting the Reinier. Starblast Spell was actually doing the best for this team. We're going to go ahead and run it. Now, some of these teams may have RNG. And the other thing is, okay, 244 billion on the first run, not bad. Some of these teams may have RNG, you will have to do multiple runs. Also, if you're thinking about making a swap, like let's say you don't have Ludovic, you can swap him for Damon, or if you don't have Damon, you can swap them for Ludovic in a lot of these teams as well. So that's just another thing you can consider. Okay, we have a team from Knight 5467. This is a very good performing budget team. It's using Pandora, which a lot of people would have prioritized. If you don't, make sure she's on your epic wish list. Thorin in front of Damon, Pandora in front of Schmier, Blue Twin on the right, Pink Twin on the left, Damon and Schmier on the Syllabon with the Aerostorm spell. This is definitely going to be getting a new record, but the question is by how much? 248 billion. Yeah, this is a very solid team, and this is like one of the best budget teams out there. It doesn't use Baelran, it doesn't use Aliceth, but it's still getting very competitive scores. And so for a lot of people, this is probably going to be your top team from Knight. Okay, now we're going to go to the Celestial Hypogean teams, a Baelran team. So this is the best solo Baelran team from Soburn and Aimer, and is very solid. It will have Blue Twin on the right, Pink Twin on the left, Damon and Schmier on the Syllabon, Thorin in front of Damon, and Baelran in the upper right corner. If your Damon is really low Ascension, you can try replacing it for Ludovic. However, Damon is by a quite big margin beating out Ludovic in this comp with the Aerostorm spell. So let's go ahead, send this team. Now we're going to be getting some very competitive scores. This should be well over 250 billion damage. It is going to be, whoa, 260 billion damage. Of course, like we have maximum investment, so that is definitely part of the reason. However, this is a very, very solid team, and if you have Baelran built and you're running this team and all of your heroes are built on this team, you should probably be able to get top 10 position with that team. At least for your server, unless your server is filled with Aliceth. And then, yeah, so now we have some Aliceth team. We have a solo Aliceth team from Shock. This team is going to be better than the solo Baelran team. Thorin Soul Pacting Schmiera. You have Damon and Aliceth on the Stellar Bond. Pink Twin on the right, Blue Twin on the left with the Aerostorm spell. Let's see how much higher this is going to hit. Maybe 265 billion. Could be like a 5 billion score gap. Maybe even more than that. Okay, new record. 264 billion. So that shows you kind of like the difference between a solo Baelran and solo Aliceth. Aliceth is better, but not by a huge margin. Basically Baelran will get the job done probably for you today. Now we have the Baelran and Aliceth combo team. So there's a team from Mars GMB. This was the best for him at a Supreme Plus level of Ascension. Now, there's going to be RNG in all of these teams. These top teams I show you now, there's going to be RNG in them. You're going to have to do multiple runs. However, this was the top team that were performing for him, so I wanted to share it in case you have a Supreme Plus level on most of your heroes. You can try this team. Thorin, Soul, Bacting, Shreya, Pink on the right, Blue on the left, Aliceth and No-Baelran on the Sailor Bond with the Aerostorm spell. I'm going to send one run, but then I'm going to save my runs for the other top comps, because all of these teams are going to have RNG. This is going to get 269 billion right off the bat, which is a good score. Okay, so the next comp we're going to show you is Tuxedo Cat. This is also a top performer. You can run it even at Supreme Plus or at Paragon. At Paragon, high Paragon level, this is doing slightly better than Mars GMB's team. So Thorin, Soul Pacting, No-Baelran, Shmear in front of the Aliceth, Pink on the right, Blue on the left. We have No-Baelran and Aliceth on the Sailor Bond with the Aerostorm spell. Let's see what we can get on our first run of this team. New record. 271 billion on the first run is really good. That is definitely a solid score. And actually, that is what my top one is also at, 271 billion. So you can get up to this 271 billion level with this team. However, there is one other crazy team, and this is the team which has hit 274 billion, at least reported score, from Chochill. And this is a Blood Moon spell team. That's crazy. But I don't know how bad the RNG is of this team. So we're going to do multiple runs, see how bad the RNG is, but this is the top reported score of the 274 billion today. Shmear in front of Aliceth, Thorin in front of No-Baelran, Pink on the right, Blue on the left. Let's go ahead and send this team. We have quite a few runs left. I'm hoping we can get a new record, or even into the rank 1 position. Okay, we got 269 billion on the first run. Okay, guys, we got a record on our second run. Okay, but it's still going to be 271 billion. It's just almost 272 billion. That was our second run of the comp. Okay, guys, we got a new record. 272 billion has been hit with this comp, and it's going to be just barely over 272 billion. But the RNG is pretty crazy on this team. We've ranged from 269 all the way up to 272. And like I said, with our level of investment, is even 274 is possible. It has been posted. So if you get really lucky and you're running this team with the high level upgrades, you can get probably the all-time top score of today. But anyway, guys, we'll call it that. Hopefully this is helpful and you're able to get a top score with one of these teams. If there's any other team that worked for you, feel free to share it in the comment section. That's always much appreciated and can help others out. If you're not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. There is a link to that in the description of this video. Also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There is a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.